Suppose we have a query, and the query is US ends Gaddafi operations. So a few years back, this was all over the news. So suppose that this is what the user is searching for, and this is a document. This is a news story, and we want to see, we want to measure the similarity of the query to that news story. Now, would that news story be relevant to the query? Does it talk about the right stuff? Yes, from the beginning, very much. So it's clear that it is relevant. So it's relevant, so you would want to see a high similarity between this query and this document. So how do we do it? Well, we've just gone over this, right? We have our friend, the vector space model, and the vector space model says, take the query, convert the query into a vector, and we're going to use individual words, so that's what the vector is going to look like, and these are the frequencies. Take the document, convert the document into a vector. Again, we have a bunch of single words, and these are the frequencies of those words in the document. You get it quite easily by splitting the text on spaces, punctuation. We'll talk about tokenization more in this lecture. But for now, we got a query, we got a document, and we know what to do, right? We have our trusty TF-IDF weighted sum, so we just need to compute this quantity. And computing it is really, really easy, right? You could sketch it in Python in 3 lines of code. Right? So what you need to do is compute the IDFs, load the IDFs into a dictionary, and then what you do is for every token in your query, you take your similarity and you increment it by a TF-IDF, right? An IDF is a dictionary that contains IDF values for every word that you've pre-computed, and TF is just these frequencies. So it all looks nice and simple until you realize that there is a problem. And the problem is this. When you're doing that, the token W in the query better be the same exact token as this W in the TF. And they're not. So we have, the query has US written as u.s. and the document has US as without the dots. So they're not the same thing. The query has the word ends, and the document has the word end. It has it 3 times, but that doesn't help. They're different strings. So they won't match. Gaddafi is spelled in 2 different ways. It's spelled with a Q in the query, and it's spelled with G in the document, and those won't match. And of course the query mentions the operation, and the document mentions a mission. Now you as a human know that an operation and a mission mean the same thing, but Python doesn't know that. And you know that Gaddafi and Gaddafi probably refer to the same guy because they sound similar, but again, Python doesn't know that. So what this lecture is about, and it's actually going to be a sequence of lectures, we'll talk about how to overcome all of these difficulties.